Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to World of Warcraft. So today, before we go any further, we want to just summon our companion that we're going to have with us today. And we had the Drake, the Whelpling, with us last time. And I was sort of wondering, well, what do we do? And it's actually very, very close to Christmas now. We've got Christmas coming up any day. Well, actually, this is a Saturday for the episode to go live, so Christmas is in 2 days' time. So I figure that, well, what better than Winter's Little Helper? So Winter's Little Helper is going to help us on our quest today. There she is. Fantastic. And we've got some other ones as well. There are other Christmas pets that we could use, but we're going to use that one there. And we should be able to... I'm thinking it will go to Iron Forge to open some presents in the next episode, but I'll probably do that actually with Frithgar, with my main character. So we're just going to quickly look in here. We've got auctions expired. All of the moss agates they didn't sell. We got the healing potion. We've got the recipe for the holy stuff that didn't do as well. And yeah, everything. None of it sold. Well, we sold some rough stone for 16 copper. Gooey spider leg for gold. Silk cloth for 13 gold. Wow, that's actually pretty good. And the copper for that as well. So, yeah, we've got some money, but generally speaking, we didn't do so well out of it this time. So, we've got a bank ult now. We don't have to take our character to Stormwind every time. We're going to send it to our bank ult instead, which is Shedorra. That is our bank ult. So what we do is we go here and we send everything that we want to sell over to our bank ult, and we can set it up with her. And she will do all of the work. So I'll send that over there, and we're going to send the raptor flesh and the tangy clown meat, the moss agates, the large venom sac, that design, the meat, cloth. You can send all this stuff over. I'm also going to be using... For Shedorra, she is going to be using the... We'll send the wool as well. And the raptor egg. Actually, I might want to keep the raptor egg. We'll keep hold of the raptor egg for now. Yeah, I'm also going to be sending her a little bit of cash so that she can get things started with it. So, let's go there to her. And she's also going to be using the... what do you call it? The bank thingy. Auction, where she's going to be using an auction mod to help, and I will sort of show you that one in a minute as well. So let's just send all of that, 25 gold plus all of the stuff. I don't think there's anything else we want to send her at the moment. We're keeping that solid stone and the heavy stone, and we've got tin ore and coal. We've got some silver ore here as well. Silver ore is worth a fortune, but at the same time we're going to be wanting to level up our blacksmithing, and well, not our blacksmithing, our engineering, and we could actually do that here. We can just take a quick look at that. We just go into cooking. I'm looking at cooking. I was just because I'm thinking what we're going to need for this, but yeah, there's nothing we need to worry about on there at the moment. So engineering, we're at 135, so we can sort of do with a bit more. Now we need 3 silver bar for that one. We need the moss agate for that one there. Now we can make heavy blasting powder from the heavy stone, which would probably be a good idea. Then bronze bars and wool cloth to make the whirring bronze gizmo, which again would be a good idea. So we can sort of use some of those to level us up a bit. I'm keeping an eye. I'm not going to do very much now. Actually, I'm not going to do any now. I'm just kind of looking at what we can make to try and boost it up a little bit, and then we can get the next level of training. But we've got to achieve 150 in order to be able to get the next level of training. So I'm not sure if there is actually... There's a blacksmithing trainer there. I don't know if there's an engineering trainer around here anywhere. We'll look in a bit. But we're going to go over and we're going to go and activate our bank ult and get the mods and everything going as well. And here she is. Shedorra is ready to go. Now, what you can do with a character with a bank ult is you can actually start your own guild. I don't think this one's actually a high enough level to be able to do it. I am just going to go and have a look in here. Is this one here next to the Golden King, the mount that you need to go? You go to the guild vendor. No, it's not the guild vendor. It's the guild master that you go and speak to. And you, there, how do I form a guild? So you can register a guild charter and you can purchase a guild charter. 10 silver, you can create... Get 4 unique player signatures, return the charter to me. So you do have to get 4 people to do it. Now, I don't have a lot of friends in-game anymore. I used to play the game quite regularly. Because I don't play it anymore, I don't really know anybody in the game anymore. So I could get Sen to log in, and I could get someone else to log in as well. But I don't have anyone else that I could do. So I'd have to just randomly stand and get people to sign the guild charter and then boot them out of the guild afterwards. You usually have to pay someone to do that. It's not easy to get it done. But once you've got the 4 signatures, you can then form your guild. And the advantage of doing that is that if you go in here, you actually have a guild bank, and you can use that one. Now, I've got my own bank on here, which I don't need. I'm not going to need anything more than this. I've got this bank here, and I can increase it with purchasable bag slots there. But you can come over to this character here, Kristen Cazares. Well, no, that's just the ordinary banker. This here, the guild vault. Now, I don't actually have anything in here. I can't access it because I don't have a guild. But you've got this huge, great big tab in there. There is loads of space. So if you're serious about your banking and your guild, your bank alt and stuff like that, that is the place to go. That is the one that you want to use. So I've got a mod called Postal, which assists me with opening my mail and that. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to take the 25. I'm just going to take all of that. Take all of these items. Like this. Right, that's all of those. Ooh, no, it's not. If I close that one there, and you just go open. Actually, I don't think Postal is active. I've got a feeling that Postal's not active on this. We'll have to see. But anyway, I got 25 gold, and the reason that I've got 25 gold is because I want to be able to buy a couple of bags. Now, I did have some bags on my other one, but I kind of want to show you the process, what you've got to go through. It's not easy to get bags. Bags are very, very expensive, and they are in containers in here. You've got standard bags, and you've got herb, enchanting, engineering, so you've got specialist bags if you want them. Very often for my bank hole, I get a specific enchanting bag, because they're very, very useful. You can put all kinds of extra things in there. But I'm just going to go for a normal bag, and you can see here, a Royal Satchel, a 28-slot bag, is 2,300 gold. A Hexweave bag is a 30-slot bag, is 2,700 gold. They're very expensive. We've got more Hexweave bags here at 3,000. The Silkweave, 24 slots, is 1,000 gold. Right, these bags are not cheap. Some of them are a little overpriced, admittedly. 22 slots there at 750 gold. You probably notice that I've got a slightly different way of, there's a different layout on here now compared to how it was. This is the Auctioneer add-on, and I love this add-on. I use this all the time. I've been doing it standard for up until now because I just wanted to show you how I do things. However, this is how I roll. I use this mod. It is absolutely fantastic. So, again, 20 slot bags, 450 gold a piece. It'd be cheaper to make my own. And then we go to Netherweave bags. These are 16 slot bags, and they're still 17 gold a piece. They're still not cheap. I mean, 17 gold's actually pretty cheap for Netherweave bags. Sometimes they go as high as 30 or 40 gold each. At the moment, 17 gold each. There's a lot of people trying to sell them, and they're quite expensive to list, which is actually really, really good for us because it means that we can get them cheaper. You've got a Traveler's Backpack there is a 16 slot as well. That's 40 odd gold there. So we're looking at 17 gold, which means that we can only get one at the moment. The Journeyman's Backpack is only 14 slots, 12 gold there. That one you can actually sell on again if you want to. So I'm going to buy one of those. That's a 14 rather than a 16, but it's only 12 gold. We could always sell it again, but we may be able to buy two of them. That's a 10 slot there. That's 83 gold. Let's just go through and see what we got in the end. Large reds. No, let's see, they're way too big. And these are little tiny 8 slot bags, a gold a piece. You know what? I'm actually thinking that gold a piece for 8 slots is not bad. You know, if you go per slot to start with, that's actually pretty good. So we'll get those two. And then we'll come back here, and then we'll go down, and I'm going to go for one of those at 12 gold 20. It's the cheapest one. I will buy out and accept. Right. I've bought a few. So we'll go and get those a second, and we'll get them equipped. And we'll take the 3 bags. Actually, I'm just going to take one of those bags first, and then I'll show you the postal. This postal is active on here, by the way. So you've got 29 days until the message is deleted. 30 days there until the message is returned if it's to someone else. So I lost a load of stuff, and I just realized actually earlier in the week, you know, I said I lost like 400,000 golds worth of stuff. I actually had a rare item on there that has not been available since the launch of Wrath of the Lich King that I didn't realize was still in there. I've been trying to sell it. The current list price, I mean, I haven't seen any of them move, but the current list price for that is 350,000 gold. I lost that one as well. That is completely irreplaceable. It is gone. It is completely gone because I missed it by 20 minutes. I suppose I could open a ticket to a GM and talk to them about it, but to be honest, I'm not actually that bothered about it because I do have one on a main character that was just to generate a bit of extra income. So then with this, you just open all and it goes down through, it opens everything up and it installs the bags as well. If you don't have bag slots and you open bags, if they're not bind on equip, they will automatically be put into the new slot. So we've got plenty of bag space at the moment. We don't need any more for us to worry about it right now. We can always come back and we can deal with it again later. We've still got 10 gold and 80 silver, which is absolutely perfect. That's going to be more than enough for what we need. So how do you actually use this mod that I've now got installed, this Auctioneer mod? We'll just take a look at the WoW tokens. You can buy them. You can go on here and you can fund your game. You can fund your gameplay. Wow, that's gone up. Last time I checked, it was 220,000 gold for a WoW token. If you can accumulate 336,000 gold in-game, you can buy a WoW token, which you can then turn into 30 days of game time on your account. However, what you can also do is you can go to the shop and you can buy a WoW token, and you can turn that, you can then sell it on here. And it's an instant sale, it's you just get the best price for it. So you can basically, you can go and buy some money. However, it costs about £20 to go and buy it, so it's not cheap. So what we want, you got bean counter over here. This is, I don't really know what this piece is. I've never used this piece. And you got post there. I've never used that either. To auction an item, drag it from your bag. Yeah, I really don't know what that bit is. That's it's kind of similar to the appraiser. I always use the appraiser. I find that one better. You've got search over here, which does exactly that. It searches through. This is my auctions that I've got listed. Auctions that are bidded, and then I've got browse there. If I click scan, what that will do is that will scan absolutely every single item that is listed on the realm, or this group of realms that's here. Everything available on this auction house will scan it, and it will gain a price for it. So it will give you some suggested prices. If you don't really know what you should be asking for in here, like I can click on coarse stone, right? And at the moment, it's saying here that we've got stack available, enable price matching, no auctionable items here, auction details. It doesn't really have very much data, not seen in current scan. Data is 3 minutes old. If I click refresh, that will tell me everything that is on there right now. It's now giving me a suggested price, but I've also got a list here. If I go buy each, this is the important number right here. This middle one is buy each. So the buyout for each individual item rather than a buyout per stack. You're not interested in buyout, which is per stack. You're interested in the middle one here, buy each. And then you can just scroll down through and you can see every item on here that's listed. So they are saying buy each 5 silver, 30 copper each. And then you've got one down the bottom at 1 gold 34. So the suggested price is actually an amalgamation of all of them. It does sort of include all of them. So you kind of got no idea what it's going to be. Now, we've got that core stone on there. If I just search that one up, I want to come out of the WoW token in a minute. Yeah, you just go to reset. So, yeah, I want the core stone. Now, you can just shift-click from down there and then search. That'll give it all. I always have them listed as, yeah, show stacks as price per unit. If you have them whole, it can get confusing. Make sure you've got it as price per unit. You want to know what each individual item is selling for, not what everything is selling for. Now, 5 silver does seem quite cheap. That does seem low-ish. Someone here has listed loads. They've been doing a lot of mining, so this same person's probably got a load of tin ore listed as well. So we'll just quickly look up tin ore. No, they don't. Surprising. But anyway, there's a whole load listed at the moment, so we're not going to get very much money for them. So I'm going to say that we're going to assume that the 5 silver is actually a low price, and I'm going to go for 7 silver and 50 copper. So I'm going to go 7 in there and 25, and I'm going to go 7 in there and I'm going to go 50. Now this is, so the enable price matching is off. We've got it on there. You can set how big a stack you put, and you can set whether you go for whole numbers Or if you know how many stacks you go for, we do. If you go all, it will do all the full stacks plus a part stack. I don't need to have them on smaller stacks, so I can just do that. Duration is set to 48 hours. Make sure that is set to 48 hours. There's no real reason that I can think of to put an auction for shorter than 48 hours. No, I can't think of any real benefit to do that. Now, I've got the price model to use. It's fixed because I've set that price. The great thing about this mod is that it remembers the price. I will come back to this next week, and it will still have remembered the price that I put in for it, and I can use that exact same price again. It's a really good way of tracking what items didn't sell for, what you listed them for and they didn't sell. So I'm just going to post that. There we go. And this is the important one here, is the lambent scale breastplate. We've tried to sell a couple of these, and the reason is, if I go over here and I control click, look at that. Okay, that is definitely a transmogrification piece, and it actually looks pretty good on our character. I would seriously consider keeping that for our character, but that is the sort of piece that appeals to a lot of players. They want that for their character because it does look pretty good. So we've got that one there. We've got two of those. So if we just take a look a minute, and we've got two of them here listed, 165-ish gold each. So yeah, they are listed there. You can just do refresh, and it will refresh them there. So it's suggesting 160 gold. I would say 160 is about right, so I'm going to go 155 on there. Actually, I'm going to go 150. Let's not like go insane greedy, but 150 is a good round price. It's not going to be anything to worry about. This is fantastic, because when we come to this next week, we'll be able to just take a look, and we'll be able to see, right, 150 gold, it didn't sell. We can take a look at the other ones on the realm, and we can see what they've done, and so we can do it. This is long-term sale. Lambent scale breastplate is long-term sale, and so it may take us a couple months to sell them, but it's going to be worth it. Now, the other thing that you've got to check is up here, deposit per item, because some items cost a fortune to list. You remember the bags I was telling you about? Let me just go post that item there, and we'll go into browse. We will go netherweave bag. Netherweave bag. There we go. Now this one right here, if I mouse over this one, it gives me all the details that I could possibly want to know. I can't point at it with the mouse. You're just going to have to look down. So you can see buy from vendor 0. They're not available from any vendors. You sell the bag to the vendor, you get a gold. Market price, seen 385, 17 gold 80, 48-hour deposit is 60 silver. 60 silver is quite a lot of money. If you list 10 of those, that's going to cost you 6 gold to list them, and you will get, at that price, 170 gold back. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but if you've got 10 of them, the chances of you selling all 10 of them the first time you list them are fairly slim. So that increases your deposit. You've got to do it again. So the deposit goes up to 1 gold 20, then 1 gold 80, then 2 gold 40. And you see where I'm going with this. Sometimes it's better to sell it cheap and not have these crippling deposit costs. Deposit costs can be the end of you. Like this Diamond Hunter here. We're going to go and do that one in a minute. Diamond Hammer. I said Diamond Hunter. This one is only 20 silver to list. Now, I'm going to refresh, and not seen it in current scan. Oh, there we go. There are 2 of them now listed. There hasn't been one listed for a long time. I've been asking for 1,000 gold for this the whole way through. And I'm going to keep asking 1,000 gold for this. I'm quite happy to keep just waiting until I get my 1,000 gold target. So I'm going to go 975 on there. I'm going to go 995 on that one. So that is just under 1,000 gold. 20 silver to list, 995, and post item. Right. Now, we've got it. This is a bank character. Somebody did say a little while ago that they wouldn't have the patience to keep doing what I'm doing. I keep relisting stuff, and it keeps going over and over again. I'm constantly relisting this stuff. They wouldn't have the patience to be able to do that over and over. They would just want to get rid of it. The joy of having a bank character is that you don't need to worry about it. You just log in very briefly. You post the auctions. And you can easily, with this add-on here, with the Auctioneer add-on, and you get this one through Curse. It's the Twitch a Twitch app that you install on your computer, or Twitch program you install on your computer, and it downloads it, installs it all from there. There's no complications. You don't have to worry about going into file names or anything like that. You just go into Curse, and it's Curse, which is now part of Twitch. So it's all done through the Twitch thing. You just go on there, install it on there, it shows up in the game. It's that simple. It's really very, very easy to get it installed. So we're going to go for 15 gold for each of these, and we're just going to quickly refresh and see that that one's in there for 30 gold already. So I'm going to do this one for 15 gold because that's what I was doing the others for, and we'll see if it sells. So we go like that, and this is 30 silver to list. And so, yeah, with the bank hold, with the joy of it is that you can come back next time and you can see, oh, we listed it for that, we've got it back here again, we didn't sell it. Okay, we've learned we can either list it for the same again, and we can sort of do this as a long-term thing, list it again really quickly, because if the price is in there, like Moss Agate, 7 gold 50, because that's how much I was selling them for previously, but I seen a better price for these, and I thought the better price was something that I wanted to go for, so, you know, I've gotten greedy. I've decided to go for more. I was like 95 gold, because I did sell some for 95 gold. These are a lot cheaper. Now, if I had the cash, I do actually have the cash, I could buy out everything on this realm, and I could list them for a lot higher. So we're going to come back to that, because I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to walk you through that process, but I'm going to finish listing all of this stuff now. I've sort of gone through this. I've gone through auctions with you before anyway, so I don't really need to be going on about this too much. So let me get this lot done, and we can go and grab a little bit more cash from our main character, who's now got over 1,000 gold on him. The really great thing about this mod is I've got healing potions here. Now, when you search healing potion just in browse, if I go here and I go healing potion like that and I search, I get all of them coming up, right? And I can't sort of differentiate between them. It's really difficult to find out which ones are which. But with this mod, you go into there and you go healing potion and I refresh, and I only get these healing potions coming up in this list, and it's really, really easy to identify which is which, and it doesn't give you any of those complications, and that is something I really, really love about this mod. I've got some of these items already stored in here from my main character from when I was playing this a lot more than I am at the moment, and so I've got some of these prices in here. The Holy Protection Potion is already listed at 120, so literally the only thing that I need to do is just click post items. I haven't done anything else at all. Goblin jumper cables aren't in here, so I can just quickly refresh. 490 gold in there. I'm not going to go for that much. I'm saying 150 would be... I listed them cheaper than that. I'm sure I did. So I'm going to go 150 for these, and we'll see. You can usually get... It's Christmas holidays now, so everybody is off school for Christmas, which means that you can get much, much better prices than you can when everybody's in school, because there's so many more people playing. And so it's a good time to cash in. You can generally get a much better price for most of your stuff at this time of year. So, ooh, I had wool cloth listed at 1 gold 50 a piece, but I was selling only full stacks of 200 on this. And I was making a tidy bit of money out of it as well. But looking at these prices, I would say it's okay to go all on here, and we'll stick it with 150, and we'll see what we get. There we go. So I can then go to my auctions. As you look down through here, I got a lot of stuff listed, and there's some big numbers being sort of thrown around in this list. 995, 150, 150. Another 150 there. But I'm going to go and get a little bit of cash a minute from my main character, from Grundorn, our main character, not Frith. Frith isn't going to be involved in this. This is our main character on here. I'm going to go and get a bit of cash, and I will be back, and we can see about owning the Moss Agates on this realm. I'm going to send a... Actually, no, I was going to say 500. I think we'll send a 750 gold. We haven't got a lot to do with it at the moment, and now that we're sending her all of the stuff, all of the auction things to deal with rather than us, we're not going to need to worry about it at all. Those shadow gems, I don't know if I want to keep them anymore. We will for now. Make sure when you're sending your own characters money, especially something, you know, for us, this 750 gold is really, really vital. That's like a lifeline for us. For my main character, if I lost 750 gold, it wouldn't make any difference. This one, however, it is going to make a significant difference to us if we lose it. So you have to make sure you've got the right name in there. It will suggest names. They will be suggested. So we've got this suggestion here, and that's my other characters there. So this one here, Shedorra, is our character. I absolutely make double check, log out and check the name of your other character if you're unsure. You really don't want to be sending all of your money off to a random character that you've never heard of before. And we can't send it because there is no subject, so you've got to put a subject in there. Now we can send it. And now we have DFG from Grundorn, 750 gold. Excellent. Now that is more like it. So we take our 750 smackers and we come in around here. So we've got 759 gold, 2 silver and 53 copper in total. So we go on here and we go to moss agates on here, and I want to buy all of them. Now what I've done previously is I've actually set up some macros to make the bidding and buying process a lot easier. So I'm just going to go and find my macros a minute and get them installed. And macros are actually, I don't remember where macros are anymore. There is actually a thing for macros so that you can set them up really, really quickly and easily. Let's go in, yeah, you go game menu, which is that one down there, or press escape, and you go into macros, and there is all of my macros, and that's what you need. Click static pop-up 1 button 1. There's actually another macro that you use to sort of set these up. There's another macro that you use in order to do that. Confirm. Yeah, I got 2 confirm ones there. And yeah, so basically, let me just see if I can find the right one. But there is a macro that you can get that will tell you how to set up a macro for clicking other buttons. It's really useful. It took me a while to sort of figure out which one it was. This is it. So I go onto here, and I've searched here. So I just click on an item there. So I do have to select the item with my mouse, and then I press my number 3, which is buyout, and then number 4 is confirm. So I go buyout like that, and that actually clicks that button there. And then I press number 4, which is confirm. That's brought it out for me. So it does it. I've just got to press the buttons. Rather than having to move the mouse around, it's a lot faster. I can press both of them one after the other like that. I got them on my hotbar. I can do this really, really fast. And for me, this is absolutely priceless because I spend sometimes, I really get into my auctions, and I will spend hours and hours and hours dealing with auctions where I will get, I will buy literally hundreds of items. And so that has really saved. Now this Blingtron does get put down. There's a few different versions of Blingtron. He gets put down. You can select the daily quest off of him, and you can get a gift package. So we'll get the gift package from him, and we open it up and we'll see what we get. So we've got some superheated oil, which is worthless. Deathclaw imprint was 14 gold. That's not bad. The unfortunate circumstances regarding the acquisition of this imprint are no longer documented. Okay. And the G91 land shark, which is a good little combat item. None of those are actually any good to us. We're just going to go and open our mail a minute. So we've got a mailbox over here. It's very chaotic here in Stormwind. So we just open all of that and we get all of our moss agates. They will all come back in. We have 15 moss agates. Now those are the valuable ones. So what I do with this character, with my bank character, we may actually move her and we may put her somewhere else. Maybe go up to Iron Forge and keep her up there. But for now, we're going to put her here. So we will make this in my home. There we go. And I've got a hearthstone there for her. And then I go, let me browse your goods. And we sell these items that we've just picked up. And this is very useful for selling off stuff that just won't shift on the auction house. You know, you sent a load of it over. You didn't realize the value of it. And see what I mean by the transmogrification gear. Some of them, you get all kinds of different transmog characters running around, and they spend a lot of time and a lot of money setting up some of these characters with the transmog gear to make themselves look as good as possible. And then, of course, you get people who just can't be bothered and just take all their clothes off. We're going to put a little bit more effort into it than that. This guy right here, if you look, if we inspect, he's actually got the jungle hat, which I've got. Oh no, he's transmogrified to the Fel-infused helm. But yeah, so that jungle hat is the same imprint as the Fel-infused helm. It's the same model. It's the one that we've got on Draznor. And the jungle hat is actually worth a fortune, but it's also one that can be worn on any level. The battered jungle hat right there. And you can see what I mean. It's a fairly valuable one. It's 15,000 gold that I run around with on Draznor's head, which is, Draznor is my main character, my main bank character, I should say. Moss agates, there are none anywhere on the realm. So we go to Appraiser, we click on here, and 7 gold 50, I don't think so. We paid 5 gold each for these, apart from one, which was 12 gold. We are going, now, I did previously sell one for 95 gold. So maybe that's a little bit greedy. So I reckon if we go 75 gold each, so we go actually I'm going to go 72.50. 72.50 on those, and then 75 on there. absolute 100% profiteering is what I'm doing here. I am doing my best to make a fortune out of people who desperately need these. If this is successful, we will earn ourselves 1,125 gold. And we've only spent about 50 gold buying them out. Okay? This is the kind of money that it is possible to make on the auction house. And when you have your fingers in several pies, the possibilities increase quite drastically. Now, there was one other one that I just want to see what the shadow gems are worth. Shadow gems at the moment are worthless. Nobody's buying them. You can see that right there. I mean, those have got 48 hours left. It's got 12 hours left. It's just a gold. Nobody's going to want them. Now, silver ore, on the other hand, we've got 3 pieces of silver ore. There's no silver ore listed at the moment. I could bring that silver ore and I could list it for an absolute fortune. There's 2 other ones that they're not massive earners, but they do earn you a little bit. It's not blackthorn, it's briarthorn. That's one of them. This briarthorn here is only 3 gold 33 per piece, so I'm going to buy that out. I normally sell that for a lot more than that. And we're also I'm letting you in onto some of my most prized gold earning secrets here. Goldthorn is the other one. I'll buy that one out as well. So I'm just going to get those and bring them back. Okay, I don't know what that thing is, but that looks absolutely epic. That is fantastic. What is it? You got to go up here and Antoran Charhound. Okay, that thing looks wicked. That really does look absolutely wicked. That is brilliant. I want one of those mounts. I really, really want one of those mounts now. That is just fantastic. Okay, and so we got Goldthorn and we got the Briarthorn. I almost always have some of these. Now, see, I sell the Briarthorn for 15 gold a pop, and I sell Goldthorn for 15 gold a pop as well. I could even put the price up. At this time of year, I could probably put the price up another 10 gold. I'm not going to, though, but I do list them in stacks of 10, and these in stacks of 20. I'm actually going to adjust that stack down to 10, just so that we can get one of these stacks listed. So if I list that, that's 150 gold. For 10 of those, we paid, it was 3 gold a piece for them, for 12 of them, so we paid about 36 gold. We get 150 back. Good return. That's an excellent return on that. So we'll just let those go. I'm not going to do any more. We don't need to worry too much about doing the auctions, but you kind of get the idea. There's little things that you can find over time that will earn you a decent little bit of cash. If not all of them are going to earn you money, sometimes you will make a loss. But if you play it carefully, you will never, ever be short of money in this game. So we've done enough here. Let's go back to Grundorn in Darkshore, and we can continue on with our epic journey. Right then. And I've spent so long messing around with the auctions again that we're not going to have a huge amount of time for doing a lot of stuff here. Really, what we want to do is we want to try to get to our destination. Today, we want to get all the way down through here. And we're going to get to that flight point, and I want to get down through there. I want to go down through here. I want to pick up, I don't know if we get that one, but we do want to get that one, and we want to get that flight point down there, and we want to head down here into the Stone Talon Mountains. That is the target for the day. So I need to make sure that I'm actually on the road. That's not the road. The road is through here. We need to, it'd be better if we're on the road to do this, I think. And there we go. There's the road over there. Who's seen Shrek? I love Shrek. Shrek is just brilliant. Donkey in particular. On the road again. And I don't remember the rest of it. But anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, we're on the road again. And, oh, I didn't even realize that. I had no idea. I've had this pet for so long. I've never used her. She's on a little reindeer following us along. That is fantastic. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Look at it. Let me just stop right there. Oh, that is so cool. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. There we go. That is awesome. That is so going to be my screenshot for the day. If I get off, problem is I can't get off the mount to sort of show her off a bit. Let me turn it round a bit. Maybe that will help a little. There we go. That is brilliant. I had no idea she got onto a little reindeer. That is so cool. That is really, really awesome. So yeah, to get rid of the screen, it's actually Alt-Z is the default key, but I've changed it to Control-Z because Alt-Z is another program that runs in the background, and it interferes with that one. So, yeah. Alt-Z if you want to remove everything to take screenshots and stuff. Now, who's that up there? I'm going to ignore all quests. I'm going to ignore everything that's going on, but there's copper there. There's money. Money, money, money. We do what we're gonna get money. We can't not get the money. We've got to get the money. You know, this is what we're all about. We do want cash. We want lots and lots of cash. Grundorn the Paladin, whilst he's been through a lot, he does realise that money is very, very important. It does help grease wheels where necessary. It keeps you with all the finest gear to help battle your enemies. And in particular, later on, it's going to make sure that we have flying mounts. And that is the most important bit. The first flying skill is not all that expensive. However, later on, there is another flying skill that is... You know, I can't remember what all the flying skills are now, but I think you end up spending like 10,000 gold altogether over time on all the different flying skills. There's another copper vein out there. I'm going to leave that one. Let's not get too sidetracked with going after the copper. But yeah, there is another flying... all the flying skills you got to have... we got to get fast riding, which increases our speed from 60% to 100% speed bonus. And then you got to go to... from fast riding, you then go on to the next one, which is basic flying. And then you've got fast flying, and then you've got the super fast flying, and you've got artisan or some other sort of riding. Well, that wasn't part of the master plan. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, I see. We go down around that way. Ah, I see. The Cataclysm played havoc with this place. Really did. So we got to go in here. We've then got to swim across the fast water. And swim against the really fast current, which is... not really the best way of doing things. And then we've got to get back up this ramp here. If I can. My horse can't even get out. There we go. And then we can get back onto the road, shivering with the cold, because that river did look very cold. So, yeah, you've got the... What is that thing? Oh, it's a squirrel. The normal riding speed, and then you get the slightly faster riding speed, and then you get... the flying speed. I think there's normal flying speed is like 500 gold or something. But then you get the fast flying speed, which I don't know. I think that was like 5,000 gold. It may actually be less than that now. But then you've got cold weather flying, which is like 1,000 gold. You get a pilot's license for flying in Azeroth, which is another 1,000 gold. There's a super fast flying, which is 5,000 gold. And... you know, there is a lot of thousands and thousands of golds that go into getting all of your flying speeds. The problem with that is, you know, it's all well and good getting all of your flying speeds, and for me, it's easy. I can go and kit out any... All of my characters have got the fast flying speeds. Every single one of my characters has got the fastest flying speed available. It's not any kind of issue. I've never bought anything to... You know, the WoW tokens, I've never used a WoW token. It was kind of introduced... I stopped playing for quite a long time, and I've only recently gotten back into the game. And I've played it quite a bit for a while. I'm sort of not really playing at the moment. I don't really have time to play it in my own time, unfortunately. But I am still playing this series. And so I've never bought a WoW token or anything like that. I've never gone and bought gold behind the scenes. All the gold that I've got in the game is earned purely through my love of playing the auction house. That is the only way I have ever gotten money for this game, is just playing the auction house. And because I genuinely enjoy it. It's an aspect of the game that I really, really do get a kick out of. There's nothing better than listing 100 auctions, and then the next day you come back and you find like 70 of them have all sold, and you click on the button to open all mail, and the money just comes pouring into your bag. It's just money, money, money. It just comes pouring in. It's just for me, it's one of the greatest thrills of playing any MMO. I know that other people, you get a real major kick out of like a really good success in a raid, or a major success in PvP or something like that. You've achieved something really difficult. For me, the biggest rush I ever get playing an MMO is a really, really, making an absolute killing on the market. It doesn't matter what market it is, it doesn't matter what game it is. If I'm playing an MMO, the single biggest thrill for me is, without a doubt, making a killing on the in-game market. And that is something I genuinely love. And I sometimes, that would be the only thing I would do. I'd play for like 2 hours a day for a couple of weeks, and literally the only thing I'd do is auctions. I would be buying and selling stuff. I would be trading. Buy stuff, sell stuff, and Sometimes, I'd be using my other characters as well. I would be buying stuff. I'd be sending it over to other characters, getting them to craft unique rare items, sending it back, and then selling it on. Sometimes it would literally just be sitting in the auction house and flipping items. And that's what we did. That's what it's called. With like those Azure agates, that's called flipping. You buy an item and you immediately resell it. That is flipping that item. So we're flipping the moss agates. We buy them, we flip them back onto the auction house immediately in order to try to sell them again. Now, oh, there it is. Bit of copper over there. And so, yeah, I would spend all of my gaming time just, flipping items on the auction house. And it is so much, there's such a thrill involved for me personally. I know that there are other people like it who really, really enjoy that. And then, of course, there are people who really don't like it. They don't want to get involved. If you don't really particularly like doing the auction stuff, but you still want to have the money to be able to get the things that you need to be able to play the game, I would still recommend getting a bank character. Create a bank character is really easy, and get that Auctioneer program. Because what you can do is you can very, very quickly and easily start, set it up and start sending your stuff over to that character. And then it's quickly log in, list the stuff for sale. Don't worry about searching the auction house for anything extra to sell. Just list that stuff at a reasonable price, rather than vendoring it. Because if you vendor it, you don't get anywhere near as much. No! I missed. I'm not going to worry about going back and getting that one. Actually, I might be able to. Is it quick and easy? I don't think it is. No, that's not quick and easy. That's actually a difficult one to get. Now I need to do it, because I've tried to do this and I failed. I now need to do this. This is something I need to do. We get that one. I reckon if I jump from back here, that's a way to do it. Oh, just look at that. I just caught the edge of the collision on it. That was so close. And yeah, sometimes I will do that. I will spend literally hours trying to get one little piece just because I want to be able to get it. I know that I can do it. But anyway, so if you really don't like the whole auction thing, get that Auctioneer. It's a lot easier to manage your auctions doing that, and it will then provide you with the money in the game. If you don't want to drop 20 quid buying a WoW token so you can sell it, get you 300,000 gold, and do it that way. I mean, if you've got the 20 quid to spare, if you've got £20 or $25 or whatever it is in your country, if you've got that to spare and you can buy one of those, that will get you the money that you need. You then don't need to worry about doing auctions at all. And I know some people who absolutely detest doing the auctions. They will spend the £20, buy the token, and then everything they get, they don't do anything with it. Everything they get is just immediately vended off. They don't bother keeping any of it. Apart from just getting some gear together, everything else is just vended off. You vendor the whole lot. Now, to me, that's like a heartbreaking decision, because I'm not going down there after that. It's going to take too long. Yeah, to me, that's kind of heartbreaking, because, all that money. And someone tells me about vendoring off a whole load of stuff, all I can think is, yeah, but all that money. You just like vendored off 50,000 gold. I mean, yes, it does take a little bit of effort to get the 50,000, but, every person plays the game differently. That's the great thing about these games, is you can play it 101 different ways. And some of those ways do actually include not making piles and piles of money from the auction house. By all means, yeah, that is a person's decision, and it may not be my decision, and I may struggle to understand why you would possibly want to throw away a pile of money like that, but it's still each person's individual choice. So I'm not gonna sort of rail on anyone for doing that. That's I literally cannot see the point in doing something like that. And I wish everybody, if you're gonna play a game, you play the game in a way that makes you happy. There is no right and wrong way to play a game. You play it the way that makes you happy. Well, I say there's no right and wrong way. There are wrong ways to play games, and that is through cheating. However, there are games that even cater to that. If you really like cheating, if you like the art of the scam, if you like to con other players out of their gold or their coin or however you want to do it, if you want to steal their money in any way that you can, go and play EVE Online. EVE Online, scams are applauded. If you can scam someone out of half, you're talking in billions and trillions of the currency, which is ISK or ISK. If you can scam someone out of 1 trillion ISK, which takes a long time to earn, I might add, you will be applauded by the community in general. There will be people who will, think that you're a bit unpleasant, but generally people will applaud you because that is within the bounds of the game. If you can do that, the whole game is like full of political manipulations and schemes and corporate takeovers and stuff like that, all set in deep space. It's so much fun. It really is. I've had a lot of fun playing EVE Online. I have been scammed out of several trillion ISK myself, and I have scammed others out of tens of trillions of it, right? It is awesome. It's fantastic. It's a real cutthroat, and it's also, it appeals to me quite a lot. I mean, I haven't played for several years now, but when I had the time to play it, the reason I found the game so appealing is because of basically the entire game is just this massive, great big market. We've got a flight point over here. I'm going to go and grab it in a minute. It's just a huge, great big marketplace. The entire game is a marketplace, and everything is about trade. So much of the game is about trading. You buy items in one area and you move them and you sell them in another area, and that's what I made most of my money doing. Is just buying and selling, and I set myself up as a trader, and I would buy billions of ISK worth of items, transport them through some dangerous territories, and then I would sell them on for many more billions in the target marketplace. You would have to time your movements carefully. Sometimes you would have to pay a mercenary group to guard you, to take you through dangerous territory while you moved with your massive slow freighter, which in itself costs more than a small fortune to actually buy in the first place. That game is just so involved, and it can suck you in. It really can. It's just phenomenal. Right, we've picked that one up. We want to go and get this. We'll just carry on the road this way, I think. Oh, we've got some ore over there we'll go and grab. Yeah, we're just going to carry on the road round that way, and we can reach our next flight point. So if you like the art of the con, if you want to be able to try and scam other players out of money, if you do it in this game, you get yourself banned, right? It's not within the terms of service of this game. It's not liked. So if you really want to scam other players out of money, don't do it in a game like this. This game, you got to honestly work the auction house if you want to make it. The best way to earn money is honestly working the auction house. And there are a few other techniques as well that you can do with various different game mechanics that you can sort of employ. But generally speaking, working the auction house is your key, your ticket to the big time. But yeah, EVE Online. If you want a game where you can actually go and properly scam people out of everything they've got, then that's the game to go to, right? It is possible to lose everything in that game, and people have done. People have bought real world, kind of like the WoW token in here. There's the equivalent, the pilot's license in EVE Online. Now you can buy a pilot's license and you can have it sent to your character anywhere in the game. But then you can move it to a different location and you can sell the pilot's license in-game for some cash. It's strongly advised that you never ever carry them through space. And the thing is though, people don't always listen to advice, no matter how good it is. And I have heard of people buying these pilot's licenses. A pilot's license extension, a Plex. I have heard of people buying Plex, and yeah, I think it costs about £20 to buy a Plex. Might be £25. So you're looking at $25, $30. Now, I've heard of people buying a Plex and then taking it with them in their ship, getting shot down in space, and then obviously the person who shoots you down, they will loot the Plex from you, and they will get it. It's theirs then. You've spent £25 and for nothing. You've got literally nothing to show for it. If you go and complain to a GM, they will just say, well, too bad. You shouldn't have flown with it in space. This is a cutthroat world. You don't fly with Plex in space. You sell them if you want to sell them. You try and fly with Plex in space, you're going to end up losing it. So that's fine and all, but I heard of a person who bought £1,000 worth of Plex. He bought loads of them. He was going to set himself up with absolutely everything in the game, right? He was going to be set for life. He was never going to have any problems. I've gotten turned around here, haven't I? No, I haven't. I'm doing all right. He was going to be set for life. Never going to have any problems. He's going to be able to buy anything he wanted by spending £1,000 in game. Now, £1,000 is around about. I'm not actually. What's going on here? This is a like an elf post. This is an elven place. Those are horde characters. Okay, I've never actually been here since the Cataclysm, so this is all new to me. And years ago that I came through here. Yeah, so the EVE Online, if you go, he bought all of these, £1,000 worth, which is about $1,500-ish worth of Plex. And then he stuck them all in a small ship, a small freighter. Now, a small freighter is probably the worst ship in the game. Really slow, zero shields or anything. It's got nothing, right? It's got absolutely nothing on it whatsoever. It's useless. You can use it at the beginning for transporting goods in safe territories. It's not recommended that you do it anywhere else. He loaded them all onto this thing, and he flew into one of the most dangerous zones in the game, which is, you know, well, it's kind of dangerous. It's a place called Jita, which is the main hub for trading. It's the main trading hub. Jita is the trading hub of the game. You buy stuff, you take it to Jita to sell. That's what you do. But you make sure that you take it in the right way. If you've got really valuable stuff, you go in a small, really, really fast ship. He didn't do that. He took it in this thing. Now, people sit on the jump. You've got jump gates to go to all the different zones in EVE Online. People sit on the jump gates in Jita, and they scan every single ship that comes in and comes through. And they scanned him coming in. They scanned him coming in by a couple jumps out, and they basically followed him in, and they mugged him in Jita. And as soon as he got in there, he was mugged. He was attacked, he lost his ship, and all of the Plex on board got stolen as well. It was one of the biggest hauls ever in the game. I was actually playing the game when it happened, because I seen the guy talking about it in the local chat. And it's probably been beaten by a long way by now. But yeah, £1,000 worth of Plex. They scanned his hold, and they seen that he had it there, and he was bringing it into Jita to sell. You know, it's the place to sell it. You get the most money for it there. He was bringing it in order to sell it there, and he got attacked, and it all got stolen. Every single bit. He tried to get it back. I've seen a couple of forum posts about it. He tried his best to get it back. Nope, nothing happening. Not interested. You knew the rules of the game. You lost your stuff fair and square. You're not having it back. That was it. It was gone. Money gone, everything. So yeah, he rage quit. That was it. That was him out of EVE Online. Never going to play again. So yeah, EVE Online is brilliant. It's an absolute cutthroat world. If you're not stupid, you're not going to lose a pile of money. You don't have to spend £1,000 and then go and do something stupid with it. If you buy Plex, and I have actually bought a couple Plex in that game, I buy them and I have them sent to a character that's already in Jita, and I sell them in Jita. Once your character's in a station, you can't be attacked, right? You're perfectly safe in a station. Station is the place to go. Which way do I want to go? No, I want to go that way. Through here, I think I need to go. Yeah, that way. There we go. And I'm trying to find the right road. I think I need to go down here. I should have gone through the road that I seen previously. So let's just try and run past these without being killed. Yeah. Jita. In EVE Online. That is the place to go. However, it is entirely possible to lose absolutely everything in that game. You can con people, you can scam people, you can cheat them out of everything they own if you can find a way to do it. There are scams running continuously 24/7 all the time in Jita, right? This is literally all the time there are scams running. There is never any point where there isn't a scam running. If you see something for sale, it's still probably a scam. There's probably a scam going on with it. I've seen numerous sales that are actually scams, and I've fallen for a few of them. I was that impressed with the ones that I fell for that I actually set up some of my own, and I made a fortune. But there are always ways to get around them, and I've also lost a fortune trying to carry out these scams by people who are wised up to them, and they knew the way round it. And so I lost a fortune trying to do these. I mean, overall, I think I was still money up by the time I stopped playing the game. It is time consuming. That's the one thing about that game. It is time consuming. But yeah, I strongly recommend it. If you want to go and scam people out of money in a game, go to EVE Online. That is the game to play. It is just awesome. I'm not going to be doing a Let's Play on it because, quite frankly, it's a very slow-moving game, and it is commonly known as spreadsheets in space, and there's a reason for that. I don't think that the actual gameplay itself is particularly interesting to watch, and for that reason, I've got no intention of actually doing it myself. Let's just take a quick little look around here. I think this is probably the best place to stop because we have run out of time now. So we have made it down through without any event whatsoever. I mean, it was probably a little bit dull today. I was just rattling on about other stuff rather than the tasks in hand. But we've gone all the way down through here. We've picked up some ore while we've been going. And we've also gone through Ashenvale as well. So we're going to stop here. And we don't actually have anything on our character that we can send to our bank character. Because we haven't really... Oh, yes, we do. Saying that, we do have stuff, don't we? We can send this other... We'll send that now. And it'll be there ready for her to pick up at the beginning of next week. Now, there should be... Is this an inn? There's got to be an inn here somewhere. This is a resting point. Please be an inn. I need an inn. We have no inn here. There's no mailbox. I'm looking for a mailbox. I'm wishing there was a mailbox here, but I don't see one. So what we'll do is we'll go to plan B, and we will fly back to Auctioneer here, which is the main village in Ashenvale. And there is an inn here, and there's also a mailbox outside the inn. We'll send the copper ore. We'll send the rough stone. And I think we'll send the course. Let me just check engineering a minute. Now, coarse blasting powder, we don't actually need. So silver contacts, I'm keeping that just in case. Heavy blasting powder, the heavy stone. So I want to keep that. So I will send the coarse stone, the rough stone, and the copper ore all over. Now, we do have bronze tubes which take bronze bars. That takes bronze bars as well, so we need copper bars for that. I got 4 copper bar there. I'm wondering if maybe I should keep some of this copper. Ooh, decisions. I'm not really sure now. I think we will send... Yeah, we'll send it off. We can always go back and we can get some later on if we really need to. Now, where's the inn? Here. Oh, that's the inn over there, I think. Is this the inn? Well, this looks like the inn, but there's no mailbox. Please tell me that there is a mailbox in this town. What's that? That is a sentinel. That is a vindicator. And we've got... Oh, the inn's over this side. I'm looking right at it. So we go here, and then we go to send mail, and we will go to Shedorra again. There we go. And then this time we're going to send all of that, and that, and that. And we've got tin ore as well. I've got 1 piece of coal. I'm going to send the tin along with it. Now, we do need... It's tin and copper joined together to make the bronze. So, we could use that, but I think that it'd be better off if we sell this now. We're going to get some more as we travel through into Desolace. So, we should be alright as far as that is concerned. And then we can keep hold of this. Now, wrapped egg, seasoned wolf, murloc fin, succulent pork ribs, and gooey spider cake. I thought I had a recipe for wrapped egg somewhere, which is why I was keeping that one. We'll assume that we will get one at some point. So, we'll send that off to her. And we will retire to the inn. So if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.